Oh yes, welcome back to MCOC News. It's your Monday 18th of March edition of the news, so let's, without further ado, jump into said news. Our first story begins with choosing of the bundle. So crystal sample bundles, some people take up them. Me personally, I don't. I'm just not a massive fan of them. But for other people that are interested in picking them up, Gigabyte are now allowing you as the player to choose from which ones you'd actually like to see. And the reasons for the bundles going, well, not really said. The fact is they're being retired, which is, well, it's kind of sad, really. There's going to be 2 retirements we're going to talk about today in MCOC News. This being one of them. There are lots of amazing champions to choose from. Arcane's right at the top, right the way through to all these lovely ones. So I don't think anybody can really go wrong with what they choose, but you can only choose 3, which is kind of sad, but, well, it's the end of an era for this crystal sample bundle. Next up in one of those little cool discussion things about, this time, companions. So rather than it being about, you know, Marvel comic book characters, but it's kind of like that, because if you want to choose like animals that are decent companions, like the way that Lockjaw is a good companion of Black Bolt. Same way, obviously, they've got Goose being another companion. Like, it's just the list goes on with it. If you want to add your suggestions, please do. But this is a lovely little dumping ground for people's pets. I don't want to say dumping ground. I mean, I use it like a very lightly term. But the fact is, there's loads of beautiful pets. Fishy. That's our lad. There he is. Look at that lad. See? Miserable said. But I'm sure he's happy some way. I've even added the face plant for good measures. By the way, he was fine after this. Now we all have pets. Go to link in the description and maybe just look at put an image of your pet. It's kind of nice, kind of cool, kind of fun. But if you want to take it very seriously, then you have to find pets associated with Marvel characters. Marvel companions, pet companions. Do it if you want. Next up, I thought we'd have a good laugh in the meme thread. But first image I kind of come across is this. And I'm just like, was that a fat face or something? Oh my god, these things are so useless. We've got the hydrant that's like behind the bars. We've got a balcony with no door to it. We've then got, well, cutlery with a rope attached to it. And then finally, 4 stars max out offer just a few days before the release of Act 6.1. This man dressed like a propane barbecue. Hashtag no metal around here. And Magneto is like, It's a 5-star Corvus Glaive. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away. What does that make you? Naked Stark. Yeah! So I like this one because it just reminds me of when I first played this recon mission. So as you know, there was a path that didn't have anything on it. And then it's just like, kabam. I haven't programmed that path yet. Keep the memes coming. In other news, if you're trying to log in China, you may have had problems over the last couple of days. Kabam have now resolved this issue. It was kind of difficult to pinpoint what this was, but whether or not there was some sort of communication over in China, between China and Canada, whatever it was, I do not know. But the fact is you weren't able to log in. Story, and let's talk about Ghost again. Now, I didn't think we'd have to talk about it. I thought this was just like an ended thing, but there has been a few rumblings of people putting criticism against the fact that phasing problems have returned. The way that the AI responds to Ghost as a character has returned. So whether or not this is a return of the bug, I just don't know at the moment. I'm probably gonna wait a little while until more people actually can come with the criticism in this particular forum post. But if you are still experiencing a Ghost problem, then put it in the forum post, which is the link for it is in the description below. But hopefully this is a case, it's just a passing thing. Maybe a few people have found inconsistencies. So fingers crossed this isn't a return of the bug. Next up, and there's a link in the description that takes you to an Act6 Chapter 1 thread about tips for Act6 Chapter 1. I've kind of re-repeated myself there, but whatever. If you want tips on that particular chapter, the link is in the description. It does go over so many different champion fights. People that have already 100%ed it. I know people that have gone on Legends runs for this and kind of smashed it through. So yeah, have at it. If you want to find out some more information about something you may be finding a little bit more difficult, then go to the link in the description and learn a bit more. Next up, in more kind of like sadder news, unfortunately it looks like Idelest is going to be leaving the game and also leaving covering of YouTube. His fans have come out and support and obviously put a forum post together. And yeah, thank you. Really, I think everyone wants to say thank you for your efforts towards producing fantastic YouTube videos, your deep dives into champions, and all the fantastic stuff that you've put out in the past. We wish you well in the future, and it is sad to see somebody from the MCOC YouTuber community leave. But the fact is, you've got to focus on you and your life and create a life balance, which is very difficult when this game takes up a lot of our time. And sometimes it's good to then consider options to stop the burnout, and burnout does happen. So yeah, Very good luck to you, and thank you again. Now on to our final story, and this is arena predictions and arena cutoffs. Now, at this point recording this video, the cutoffs aren't through. I do advise for every Monday MCOC news to then click the link in the description, follow Marvel Contest Champions TrueCost, and you'll be able to get the full up-to-date information as and when it comes in later on in the day. Now, what we seem to have at the moment is Hella going for 5.1 mil. Now, it could go a lot less than that, and I would say that when we're looking into round 2, 5.5 mil for the 4-star will be absolutely acceptable, and you'll end up getting it. Nextly, Omega Red, I've actually got my predictions sort of wrong. 2.5 mil seemed to be the point that people weren't getting the champion, and it looks like putting in up to about 2.7 mil would be enough. Now, people were coming to the stream and asking me predictions, and I'm going to reiterate this now. Probably put 3 mil in if you want to feel safe, and that was the kind of the code word there. But if you kind of went off the 2.5 mil, I apologize. I got that one particularly wrong. And it looks like we just don't have a rough score. We have a rough score at the moment for 5-star Hella going for 29 mil. But the thing is, that could go a lot more down. It could be down a lot. I put my prediction at 22 mil. So we'll see what happens when it comes to the cutoff results later on today. But I think 25 mil is going to be safe for that. The 29 mil score was about rank 40, 42, I think. So it's a case that then, you know, you've got 200 places total. I can imagine that we'll get down to about 25 mil, that kind of like threshold, even less. I could be close to my 22 mil cutoff. So hopefully that's the case. But I will say 25 mil for the round 2. Thank you. So there we have it. That has been the news for Monday. If you enjoyed the news, hit that like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. Thank you ever so much to everybody that turned up for yesterday's St. Paddy's Day Gameathon. We had a blast. We played some MCOC in the morning, opened up some crystals, and did some predictions of what we get from them. And then what we did was play some Spider-Man. We then went and played some PUBG Mobile, some GTA 5. We did Red Dead Redemption, Apex Legends, though I really cannot stand Apex Legends on the PS4. I just don't like the way the controller functions. I'm more of a mouse and keyboard kind of person, but that's just personal preference. In any case, like I said, thanks very much for turning up to that those streams. We streamed for like 12 hours, so it was kind of fun. Also got some drinks in, so hopefully your St. Patrick's Day was a fun one. I may do it the same next year. Depends if my channel's dead by then. I don't know, because YouTube never put out any notifications to people. Whatever. In any case, special thanks to all my members and those people that very kindly super chatted. So really appreciate that, and see you in tonight's stream. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye bye for now.